Hi guys, Stefan here. I'm here with my friends Josh
Oh,
and Jason, and you are listening to the Let's Plays and
I'm
Shit podcast.
Josh!
And I am using the Speed
oh.
Zapper.
Ah,
So,
that's what you wanted to do.
so I stopped recording and I started
And I'm gonna
recording
go as
again.
long as I can on
So
this podcast
right
with you.
now, I just heard everything that I screamed about 30 seconds ago, and it is astonishing. And I just totally forgot to stop it. So all I got's my own audio running in my background.
That's okay. It only went for like 2 minutes.
Well, it's not a big deal. I was just started as soon as as soon as Stefan started, I heard my voice come screaming through the microphone. And I was like, "What?"
It
I was
probably
like, "I'm
doesn't.
not even talking."
It probably doesn't help that like at the top of my lungs, I'm just like, I'm Josh.
Yeah, no, that doesn't help anybody.
So, how long do you think it'll be until I start to completely not be able to talk?
I oh.
What do you mean?
I'm still using the Speed Zapper.
Why are you still using that thing?
I saw that
I
and I
just
looked
said
at
I'm
it
gonna go as long
and I
as
was
I
like,
can.
"Nope, I'm not even touching that app. I'd spend way too much time on it and I'd be way too retarded sounding."
I don't have an eye device, so I can't get the friggin' thing.
Okay.
Not my fault!
Well, it's not that bad, as long as you keep it
That's what
short.
she said.
Stefan, just take it out. We've actually got crap to talk about today.
Yeah, we have a
Jason
lot to
has
talk
a
about.
topic list.
And we haven't been here
All
in
right, well, start
God well
talking.
forever, so we've really got to go over some stuff. Let's start with that, by the way. So I finally finished college last semester, and that
You
was
just like how you just like pause
nice.
like I finally finished college. Semester.
well, I mean, I still have one more year, but whatever.
Yeah,
That's
but like
not
the
the
way
point.
you put it is
The-
just like you
Epic.
just pause and it's like, oh, you
What's it
finished
called?
college and it's like
Pause.
semester.
I'm
Oh.
emphasizing for point here.
Go on.
So I finished that about a little under. No, actually, it was about a month ago now. And then I immediately started work afterwards, and I've been working 40 hours a week and going to the gym after work. So essentially, I've been working like 45.
Hello?
So that's why I've been so busy.
Testing.
When does college start back up?
For me, 2 months from now, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeehaw.
Very nice.
How about the rest of you? What have you been up to in the past month since I've barely talked to you?
Hey, I've been in. Well, okay.
I've talked to you a little more than him, no offense, Stefan, but that was only because we were batting around ideas.
Yeah, well.
So what have you been up to?
I haven't been doing too much. I've been working on a school assignment
When are you done school?
and
Are you done
playing
yet?
a ton of video games.
Are you done
Hmm?
school yet?
Yeah, just summer assignments.
Ew, that sucks.
We appreciate that you
Yeah.
have time to come and make a fool out of yourself with us.
Oh, that's a blatant lie,
problem.
Josh.
Who for what? Are you thinking I'm lying about appreciating him coming
Yeah,
here?
you don't
or...
appreciate it at all. You just appreciate the fact that you have someone else to make fun of me with, just as much as I appreciate the fact that I have another American to make fun of your Australian butt with.
Eh. I wasn't.
Actually
I
censored
was actually
myself for once.
appreciating this because Stefan, we haven't heard much from him, and like when I've been sending him messages, it's sometimes days to get back to me.
He's always gotten
Yeah,
back to me
well,
within like an
I-
hour.
Yeah, you must be online at
He
the same time as
loves
him,
me.
and not at like 12 o'clock midnight when it's over there for you.
He loves me. No homo.
Well, we're the
Yeah,
same
exactly.
remotely, the same
Exactly.
time
And
zone.
then if I send you a message, it's usually when I wake up, and it's like late.
That's how
Oh
it
God!
goes.
Is any? We have a question this week from like somebody completely
Completely
different,
random.
and it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, I saw that.
So, what was the question? Let's just do it now and get it over with.
If you ever crap out a full bunch of grapes, have you ever crapped out a full bunch of grapes? And if so, can I have them?
Alright, I'm gonna start with the obvious answer here. People love grapes. Just
That's
saying.
what I was gonna say.
So by that logic, yes, you may have them if I crap them out. I only eat the red ones, though. I don't eat the green ones, so you'll have to deal.
What, so you're gonna eat your
There
own
you go.
ass grape?
Question's been answered. Problems have been solved. We're moving on.
Did Stefan answer?
I'm still just gonna enjoy the speed
Yeah,
Oh,
zap.
my
Lord,
answer is
help me.
people.
I'm actually not bad
My
with
answer
it.
is-
Actually, not bad with it. Yeah, good job
Oh,
there,
I
buddy.
know who this person is. I know who this person is.
Is it your mom?
No. Friggin' Stefan. It's the person that
Your
made
dad?
the ponies.
Heyo.
It's Connor. It's the
What?
one that made the ponies for that video. Shout out to
Oh.
Connor.
Shout out to that idiot.
Oh yeah, with the pixel pony.
Yeah, the one that he still does not know
Anywho.
that I made without him.
So let's get the big topic out of the way, since clearly you two are being very unhelpful. E3 was this week.
How
so
was I being unhelpful? I was looking
Indeed.
at questions and then saying who sent it. By the way, which one are we going to start on? PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo?
let's start with Nintendo for the sake of I have big arguments for both PS4 and Xbox, or Sony and Xbox.
I'm actually
This
kind
ought
of
to be
excited
good.
for the games coming out. Even though I don't have a Wii U.
I don't.
I'm excited for the games, not the
I could
consoles.
care less about Nintendo entirely beyond the Pokemon games. That's
Yeah, but
pretty
no.
much the way I went at theirs.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
there was...
Well, Smash Brothers. I'm
Yeah,
excited for
yeah.
Smash Brothers.
Well, then I don't play it on the Wii. I
Yeah,
play
but
it
it's coming
GameCube
out on
only.
3DS.
I'm not gonna get it for my 3DS either. Such a
Oh, I
waste of
am.
money for some. Well, okay. I'm not saying it's not a good idea to put it on the handheld, but I just don't think it'll work as well as they hope. That's my worry, and that's why I'm probably not going to get it.
Oh,
Well, Yeah, it could end up kind of like the mobile Guitar Hero game, because,
So that's my logic behind it. Otherwise, new Pokemon games look great. I'm gonna detour
Oh, yeah.
off on that a little bit and say, what do you guys think of the new Pokemon type they announced?
I was still on the
Fairy.
3DS topic, but you've moved on without letting me talk. But I'm very
Yes, for good reason.
we don't.
Who
Who cares?
Stefan, I'm gonna link you
For good
something.
reason.
Look at that and laugh.
Oh, I already know all
No.
about
Just
it.
look at what I linked you. Just look at it. I showed it to Josh earlier, and I almost had him rolling out of his chair laughing.
This ought to be good. Tumblr. Fuck.
It's a stupid.
But seriously,
link.
whilst we're waiting for Stefan to load this up,
Yes, talk.
friggin' that 2 new Zelda games come out of E3. Zelda's friggin' awesome. And
Yeah.
I know that I'm a bit hypocritical on this because I've only started playing it, but Zelda's friggin' awesome. There's a new Yoshi's Island game, and Yoshi's Island is friggin' awesome. And there's a new 3D Mario game.
Yeah.
The 3D Mario game I could care less about. Again, reviving the already beaten dead series. God help them. I mean, they're never going to give up on Mario, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But I've lost interest in playing about 3 Mario Worlds ago, and about 2 Mario Parties ago, and about 1 kart racing game ago.
Oh, I've given up on Mario Party
I've given
up.
forever ago.
I was gonna
I
say,
can still play a good Mario Party game or two on like the original 3. But after that, nope, I'm out.
Alright, but no. What I was getting at is, out of all of the out of all the 3DS games that are coming out, I'm actually the most excited for the new Yoshi's Island game because I friggin' love Yoshi's Island.
I'll admit I didn't hear about.
Fairy type Pokemon!
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, that's exactly what I was getting at. Now you see what I meant.
Yeah.
I'll put a link
Yeah,
to
well,
it somewhere, people,
dramatic
so you
entry.
understand what I'm talking about or what they're laughing at.
But no,
Um,
Jason, back to Yoshi's Island. Have you played any of them?
Yes, I've played the only
Nope.
one that's out.
There's 2.
Oh, is there a second one? When
Yeah,
did they make that?
There's a Super Nintendo version that got remade for the Game Boy Color, and then there's a 3DS version. I mean a 3D DS version.
Is there a DS version?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
called
Way to go.
Yoshi's Island DS, which is actually quite fun.
Huh, I actually never saw that.
I think it's interesting that I'm talking better than you and I have the speech.
Yeah, that is
suffering.
kind of sad. Here, I'm gonna look see if it's on the eStore right now, because if it is, I might get it.
What,
I
Yoshi's
didn't.
Island?
Yeah, the DS one. I'd never even heard there was one for the DS at all.
Well, have you got money? Because I don't know if it'll be on there.
Well, I'll find out soon enough.
Well, tell me if it is, because I want. Actually, I've already got the cartridge of it. Never mind. I was gonna say if it is, I'll buy it.
Anyway, so alright, Yoshi's Island isn't a bad one. Mario of the Beaten Dead, and we've already kind of gone over that. Whatever.
Smash Brothers could be cool.
Smash Brothers could be cool. I despise the fact that they put the fitness trainer from Wii Fit in there. Dumbest.
Stefan was going to kill
That
you
was
if you said you
stupid.
despise the
Very
fact they put Mega
stupid.
Man in there.
No, Mega Man's a great addition to it. The Wii Fit trainer is not.
It's about
The Wii Fit
time.
Trainer, well,
That's the
They-
dumbest thing ever. That's right up there with Mr. Game and Watch, but he was a classic, and they had to put him in there, and rightly I play him. So
Yeah. I get it's a dumb idea, but here's the thing: they always put like something completely random in there.
yeah, but Rob was a good random to throw in there. Wii Fit Trainer, it was not.
It's still a Nintendo item though, so you
Yep.
probably should have expected it.
I'm not denying the expecting of it. Rightly, by that logic, I expect a lot worse.
Birdo
Anyway.
hasn't been in any of them, has she?
No, but at the same time, she'd be the exact same thing as Yoshi, more or less, so they probably will never put her in.
Yeah, good point.
But by that logic, I don't know why Luigi's in there either then. Because he's almost
it's
the exact
Mario
same.
and Luigi. It's like the two flagship friggin' Mario, like the two
I almost
flagship
just spelled
Nintendo
Yoshi
people.
wrong. God.
All right,
God.
so are we done with? All right, back on to Pokemon. Let's go. Fairy type Pokemon.
Alright. So, yes, fairy type Pokemon. Let's start there.
I was expecting a light type more than a fairy
I'm
type.
very saddened by this type. I'm very saddened by the changes in the Pokemon they already have. I'm very saddened by it all. Like,
As I said,
it
I was-
really
I
shook
was-
me.
I was expecting more of a light type than a.
Shaking you
It
to your
has.
core.
And there's no Yoshi's Island on the e-store.
Oh,
Sorry.
I've already got the cartridge of it. It's a good game.
Suck it.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I've got the Game Boy Color and the other one, so I've got them both anyway. But yeah, I was kind of expecting a light type more than a fairy type.
I was even expecting a sound type more than I was expecting a fairy type. Like, fairy just blew me out of the water. They ruined Gardevoir by changing her. And on top of it, to top it all off, they made fairies super effective against dragons.
We don't,
don't
know that
understand.
they've ruined. Wait. We don't know that they've ruined Pokemon yet until we find out what's super effective against fairy.
Yeah. Well, since it's super effective against dragon,
Probably
what is
poison.
dragon super effective against?
Dragon,
And that's
Dragon.
it, right?
I think so.
Alright, so reasonably by that logic, it can't be in that circle with ice, dragon, and fire. So I would assume it's going to fall in the psychic, dark, fighting fairy. I assume it's going to fight in that, or fit in that mix somewhere. I highly doubt it'll be weak against any of the main elements like lightning or fire, water, or grass. It might be poison. You might be right.
I think it's probably gonna be beaten by poison.
Yeah, poison's not a bad idea.
But this being said, I was. What? All right. So you were expecting sound type before fairy type.
I was expecting light or sound or fairy. Well, anything else, including fairy, I guess.
So if you had gone sound type, you would have done Whismur, Loudred, Exploud, Voltorb, Electrode.
Yep.
I can't think of anything else.
I'd even put Blossom in there because Blossom's like the music grass type Pokemon. But again, or the Macarena
iffy.
one from
Hey,
the latest.
Macarena.
Ludicolo.
I don't remember. It's like the Marac.
Hey, Macarena.
Thank you. Yeah.
Maractus. Maractus.
Yeah, Maractus. I would have put them in there, and I would have put a couple others just like that. Various come up that make a lot of sound noises, kind of things.
All right, but can we just like wait until we see what happens before we?
Oh,
judge this?
I'm not denying they might do it well. I'm just saying, on a base level, it's a stupid idea.
Yeah, but this being said, if you had have done light type, who could you have changed over?
Well, I still stand by light type, sound type would have worked. They could have.
I don't see
Well,
how well.
light
sound wouldn't
dark,
have worked
light
as
dark
well.
would have done a thing where they're effective against
Yeah.
each other.
That was my original theory.
I was
They
actually
could've-
hoping that they were going to do that with black and white. And Reshiram would have been light, and then Zekrom would have been dark.
And dark. Yeah, that would have been a good idea. Regardless, it didn't happen. I'm gonna yawn quick. Anyway.
Get on with
Well, I didn't want to like sit there and suddenly mute my microphone. You guys be like, "Why did you just suddenly cut off?" Anyway,
I guess would have done this. I would have gone, "Hey, Macarena."
yeah, exactly. Saving the poor viewers. I don't know. I don't know what other type I would have thrown into the mix off the top of my head, but I bet there was a lot better options than that.
So how
Just
many
on a
types does
base.
this take us to?
How many what?
How many types does this take us to?
Oh, I think it's 16 now. I might be off though.
with the fairy type.
With fairy, it became an even number. I know that much. Hold on. Let me just go count the types. Keep talking.
Gotta do them counting.
I'm
Count them
not a
numbers.
mathematician. I'm just saying that now.
Are you doing this in your head, or are you like looking at Survey?
No, I've got them all right here.
Oh, okay.
He always has a type in front of him at all
I know.
times.
There are 18 types total,
He's got like a freaking. He's got like a
with
calculator,
fairy
like,
included now.
when he's playing Showdown, he's like, all right, I'm looking at this. What's super effective against this? Aha! Checkmate.
Give me a break. It's not that hard
It's
to
like
figure
standard
it out.
knowledge now for anyone who's
For
played the
anyone
game
who's
for
like
a
been
while.
around since like possibly Generation 3, they should just know that like flying is weak to electricity and ice.
Oh, they're probably gonna change Chansey to be a fairy. I'm not okay with that.
I'm not okay with that either.
I think a lot of the normal types from Gen 1 are probably
I'm,
going to
fi-
turn
I'm
into
fine
fairies
with
now.
Clefairy. I'm fine kind of with Jigglypuff.
I'm not fine with Gardevoir. I'm not. That's gonna
That's
put
no.
Gallade
They,
as
they
one
should just
too.
leave her species alone.
Should they do Snubble and Gramble? Because
No.
they're called fairy type Pokemon in the Pokedex.
Yeah, I know, but they don't fit fairy
What?
at all. They look like bull.
They're
Yeah,
dogs.
they look like bulldogs.
And
If
then
anything,
you've
we're
got. Well, here's the thing. If I was gonna say Raditz, frig, I'm stuck on Dragon Ball Z at the moment because I've been watching it recently. But if they do Routes and
Good
Curlier
night for you.
as just plain psychics, and then when they branch off to either being Gallade or Gardevoir, they get the secondary type. That
I
could work.
highly doubt that'll happen.
It'd make
my
a
bet-
lot more sense.
It would make a lot of sense, yes, but that's probably not what they're gonna do. Because when have anything made sense and actually be done? My bet
Yeah.
is they make Rowlitz a fairy type and bring it straight up, and then suddenly
Rowlitz?
Ralts,
Excuse me?
whatever. I pronounce it differently. Judge
There
So
you
what
me
you're,
in my
you're
new
saying
England.
that you can make Route.
Except that's
You're
pretty
saying
over
you
the
can make
top.
Routes evolve straight into Gardevoir and then Curlier straight into Gallade.
No. No, I'm saying that Ralts, see, pronounced it correctly that time, is a fairy type on base. It'll evolve into Curlia, which will still be a fairy type, and then it'll either split off and become fairy psychic for Gardevoir and fairy fighting for Gallade. I bet they abolish the psychic part of it
No,
entirely.
I think it's gonna say. I think
No,
it's gonna
I
say
think they're gonna
psychic
keep
fighting.
that.
What I'm thinking they're gonna do is what I said before: keep the two pre-evolutions of Gallade and Gardevoir as just plain psychic, and then when they evolve into the final evolution, they get the secondary type.
Or they could just give it two base types from the base level up and be fairy psychic, and then Gardevoir and Gallade split off
Yeah, but
accordingly.
that makes no more. That doesn't make a lick of sense.
I'm not saying it does, but neither does fairy type at a base level, so here we sit.
All right.
Total
Sitting.
side note before we continue on the discussion
Hang on,
of
wait,
E3.
wait, wait. Do you think that Togepi, Togetic, and
Yeah, they'll definitely fairy
Togekiss-
up. Flying white
Yeah, they're probably
ball
gonna
of joy. Yeah.
So
I'm
were they
say
gonna drop the
fairy.
normal, or are they gonna drop the flying?
I bet they drop normal.
Hmm.
But again, total speculation, no idea for sure. So, before we continue E3 discussion, Facebook's adding hashtags, and it has probably become the most annoying thing on the planet currently.
I don't even hashtag that much on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
I don't either. Like, the only time I'm hashtagging is if it's something, like, relevant and extremely funny to me.
Like the only time I'll hashtag is when I'm watching a stream and like it's just something relevant to the stream that's pure retardedness.
Yep. Anyway, so back to E3. Anything else for Nintendo, or should we move on?
Wait. Now that we've talk, Josh. I'm not even using the speak japper. All right. So
Speak.
all right. So seeing as how the new Smash Brothers games just got announced, and they've also announced fairy types, what are the odds that there's going to be one of the new fairy? Well, not even a new fairy type, but a fairy type put into Smash Brothers.
Slim to none. They already announced new characters. They're not going to give you many more. I bet they give maybe 3 characters new in total, and they announced 2 of them already.
Yeah, but this being said, there's always more than one Pokemon.
Yes, but at the same time, they've announced that there's yet another group of 150 some odd. I don't know what the exact amount is. Don't argue with me. I'm just putting the logic out
I'm
here.
not even going to bother argue with you because I'm.
Yeah.
What's there to argue?
Point being, in the grand scheme of things, unless it's one of the very new ones, in which case they couldn't release the game until the Pokemon game got released.
The game
There's
Smash
not-
Brothers doesn't come out until 2014.
Okay, well, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to the date. Again, I didn't watch the Nintendo presser.
Neither did I.
Shame
I'm just saying.
for
I didn't.
shame. To be fair, I never even watched
See,
any of the
so
E3
none of us are
stuff.
allowed to complain about getting dates wrong. I'm sorry. Continuing onward, if that's the case, then I'd say maybe there's a 2% possibility.
I wasn't.
Otherwise, no.
I didn't watch a presser, but I know when these games are coming out because I wanted to find out.
Fair enough.
The ones I'm arguing with you with, anyway.
So, I would say 98% no. But it's still possible, and I could be completely wrong.
So neither of you watch any of the press conferences?
I watched the highlights of the Microsoft one and a good chunk of the Sony one.
Fair enough. I set an alarm for 2:30 in the morning so that I could watch a Microsoft one, and I've got to say, I kind of regret doing that because it was bullcrap and boring.
Yeah, alright, so why don't we go into that one
The
next?
only two games that even intrigued me out of that whole press conference was Dead Rising 3 because I love the series, and Dead Rising is amazing, and Titanfall.
Yep, Titanfall was definitely an interesting one that I definitely think I could get into.
I mean, and as they've been saying for the Halo 5 thing, or if that's even what's going to be called, it's like, alright, there's a friggin'
Teased.
person. Yeah, it's like, alright, there's a person in a cloak who... It's
Who's
like,
the
yeah,
big guy
it's like,
walking
yeah,
in a cloak?
who's the
Alright,
person?
big explosion. Oh, there's Master Chief.
Yeah, it's like
oh,
big explosion. Oh, there's a giant Promethean bird. Oh, there's Master
Yep.
Chief. That makes a friggin' lot of sense.
Well, again,
Okay,
we've lost. Yeah, go.
Can I say-
Go.
I want to talk. Anyway, when I first saw the trailer, have any of you guys played any of the Mega Man
Which
Zero
What are we
games?
talking about?
Way back when, though.
The Halo trailer. Jason, have you played Mega Man 2?
Probably.
Zero 2? It starts out with you in the desert.
Sounds likely. For the sake of argument, say
Alright,
I
well,
have.
basically-
I don't really remember, in all brutal honesty.
Yeah, and
Beginning of the game. Let's just say Mega Man Zero's beginning of how the game starts looked a shit ton lot like that Halo
have you played
5
all the
trailer.
Mega
Most of
I've only
them.
played like 3 of them.
Everything except for the
I've only played,
PlayStation
like, 3 of
ones.
them. Go on.
And yeah, I'm just looking at that thinking, okay, guy in the desert with a cloak on. Okay, that's probably Master Chief, so he probably has his armor on, which is a lot like a robot with his armor on. Some big monster comes out of the desert. Okay, so that happened in the game too. You see the character, his armor's all beat to shit. Yeah, it's in Mega Man 2. And just after watching the whole thing, I'm thinking, so did Master Chief just take a note from Mega Man Zero's
To be
book? What the
perfectly honest
fuck?
with you here, and I'm probably going to get a lot of criticism if anybody actually watches this or listens to this. You know what I mean. I honestly
Continue
thought
on.
that the
Yeah.
first thing that popped into my head when I saw that was Michonne off The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
How?
At the end of season 2, you can see like a hooded figure with like a badass hooded figure that like saves one of the people, and then it's just like it just cuts to black.
That's how a lot of shows
Yeah,
end
but
their shows.
The way that she
Or
was
seasons.
introduced just made her look friggin' awesome, and that's the first thing that popped into my head.
Oh, hey, this is Halo. Oh, yeah, I'm Walking Dead. Sure. That makes perfect
Subject of
fucking
Walking
sense.
Dead, whilst we're on the topic, friggin' another add-on for the Telltale game coming out, which I'm ecstatic for.
Have fun with that.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks amazing.
Eh.
Yeah,
I won't doubt it.
I know you guys don't want to talk about it, but I just love the idea of like the Walking Dead game where anything you do can screw something up brutally, and you have to live with the consequences.
No, it's reasonable, and the game, don't get me wrong, I played, like, the demo of the original one, and I found it actually kind of fun. And the newest one that came out, where you got to be, I don't
Daryl.
remember- Daryl, thank you.
Daryl,
that one-
yeah.
That
Daryl.
one was pretty fun, too, especially with the stealth and the crossbow and everything. It worked,
Oh,
but
shit.
it just doesn't intrigue me, because Walking
My-
Dead's a crappy TV show.
My avatar is possibly dressed up at the moment as Daryl Lixon,
Cool.
like with the friggin'
Wow.
like with the same clothes you wore in that game. Actually, nope, I lied. My avatar at the moment is
Oh,
dressed
no,
up
shit,
as
shit,
CM
shit.
Punk.
Fuck.
Alright,
Let's move on.
anyway. So,
Nice.
any other games you want to touch on, at least in the Microsoft one?
Dead Rising 3, even though I know
Dead
Um,
Rising 3 looked good, but I stand by the arguments that the patch made earlier that they've made it a lot more hordy and less stealthy.
Dead Rising was never stealthy. Dead Rising
Well,
was more
that
comedic.
I mean, less oriented on trying to do objectives and more oriented on just beating the crap out of zombies.
No.
That's a lot of games recently.
Yeah,
It's just,
which is fun. Don't get me wrong. I love beating the crap out of zombies any day. But
Here's the thing. In the Dead Rising, none of you guys have played the Dead Rising stories, have you?
I played the first one.
I played all
Nope.
of them up till Dead Rising 3. But there's always something that you've got to be doing, and the way that they made it look like in this is getting to the center of the city to get to the safe zone is the start of what you're going to have to do before you can start like doing the case files to find out what actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
boom.
Which I'll be certainly fine with, but the way that like the cars and crap are going to be implemented in this, I'm fine with as well, but I'm kind of worried that they're going to stray too far away from the originals. Which is what made me love the series.
They seem to be doing that with a lot of series nowadays, is that they're just trying to get away from it, and that's pissing off a lot of fans because they like how it started.
What game can you
Well-
say for that at the moment? Because I can't think of anything.
Well, let's see. RE6 had that
I've
problem.
had that game for like 4 months and I still haven't booted it up.
My brother just barely started
game?
playing it.
Well, I want
Or
to play
Resident Evil
Revelations. That
6.
game looks amazing.
Hell of a lot better than RE6, that's for sure. I haven't played it, but I've been watching
Yeah,
Michael's
so have
Let's
I
Play.
kind of want to play it. Downloaded the demo for the 3DS and for the 360, and the game is... The 3DS version's a bit iffy, but the console version's freaking fun.
Yep. I'm gonna apologize right now. I'm not really all the way here right now because I am playing some Kingdom Hearts Birth by
Thank
Sleep.
you.
You still
But
got the
we
Switch
we
Zapper
can't
on,
talk
or-
about that yet. We can't. We're not on Sony's press conference. Trust me, I've got a big bash of stuff waiting.
I was waiting for it.
Anything else with Microsoft?
Nothing I can
Minus the
think of.
consoles. We'll
Nothing
talk
that
about
actually,
consoles after.
nothing I actually care about, but
Okay. So, jumping onward to Sony, I'm going to start with Kingdom Hearts just to get it out of the way. So, I
this
was
is
at
the
work.
part where, hang on, this is the
Yep.
part where I don't know anything and I keep my mouth shut.
Good. Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
Whoops. So, I was at work, and I had it on in the background because work didn't block that site. So, I was watching the Sony one. And I hear the Final Fantasy 15 or X2 or whatever it is come up, and I was just like, normal crap, whatever. And then I
Yep.
heard the music, and I was like, nah, that they're probably just showing off like 1.5 remix for the US release. And
Still stoked for
don't get
that.
me wrong, it's not a bad idea, and at the same time, if I had a PS3, I'd get it. And then I was like, but wait, they've already shown that off, and that's coming out extremely soon. So I flipped over, and right as I did, I saw Sora just walking up and picking up, insert, thank
Ericus.
you. I saw him picking up that Keyblade, and I was like, it's happened. And I almost started crying like a baby at work. And I proceeded to stand up, and one of my coworkers is probably just as much of a nerd as I am, and he was watching the press conference as well. He saw me stand up with the like shocked expression on my face. He gets up out of his chair and he goes, "It's finally here." And I just like I was like, I gotta go. I just gotta go take a walk, and I just left my desk. I didn't even watch the rest of the trailer. I just left my desk, and I took like 20 minutes outside, and came back in, and I was like. It's happened.
Oh shit.
Are
So there you go.
No,
Die, motherfucker, die. Yeah, I heard all that. Don't think
No,
I'm not being a
So I'm
selfish
extremely
bastard.
excited about it.
how many are there?
Oh, I'm
Uh,
dude. Did you guys listen to the podcast?
Monty?
yes, and Monty
This
come
week?
running in.
Yeah, Monty freaking his shit. That's how I heard about it, and I was freaking out with him when I heard it because I
Alright,
was
don't
watching
you
it
this wrong
live.
way. You're both probably going to go off ahead of me, but how many are there?
No, you're right to ask the question. It is a
No.
questionable thing.
Okay, there's 1, Birth by Sleep, 2, 3. There's
I think
8
yeah,
right
8.
now, and then there's the ninth one
All right,
coming out,
so
So-
coming from somebody that hasn't played a single one of them, should I
Play
start
them,
at
all of
one
them.
and play two,
Which
then
is
play, just
alright.
play three, or should I play them all?
Uh, the easiest way to do this. What do you have system wise?
What do I need? And I'll tell you if I got it.
you have
have
a
it-
DS
I have-
and you have a PlayStation
yes.
2, right?
Okay, so with
Then
a
you're set.
PS2, you can play 1.5, which you need to play, 2, and
Definitely need to play.
yeah, and the DS will get you Dream Drop Distance, which is the prequel, the one that's going to be coming out. If
And I
you
assume
have a
normal
PSP,
DS games are compatible.
yes, they
Yeah.
are.
So then you can get 358 over 2 and
Yep.
recoded.
So the only one I don't know, do you have a PSP?
No.
Okay, then you can't play Birth by Sleep.
see.
I would suggest just watching all the cutscenes and stuff online, or watching someone play through it online. It's
So,
fun to play, don't get
Really,
me wrong,
you guys
but
are saying I need to play them all?
yes. To
That's a good idea.
understand everything that we go through, I say we as in the people who've played it, and all the emotional trauma that we've had for the past 10 years waiting for this day to finally
Emotional
come. Oh, trust
trauma.
me, there's emotional trauma over here.
Jason's head's still not right.
Um,
It's like,
J-
it's
Jason's
coming
he-
soon.
it hasn't recovered yet.
He's a hardcore gamer right there. I mean, I love the series to death,
Nope.
but Jesus
I
Christ. man.
almost cried.
They're coming to both consoles too, which is surprising.
Which was what I was coming to next. And then on top of it, at the end of that, when they said, "Oh, and by the way, this isn't a PS4 exclusive; it's coming to the Xbox One as well," I went, "Well, this is gonna be a rougher decision than I thought." Because as soon as I saw it, I was like, "I gotta get a PS4. That's gonna be it. I'm gonna get a PS4. I'm gonna give up on the Xbox." And then they announced that, and
I'm
I
not
went,
seeing a lot with the PS4.
Well, I mean, they both have great games. I mean, Battlefield 4, the new Call of Duty,
I'm probably
et
gonna
cetera,
get.
et cetera, et cetera. I mean, there were plenty of games coming out.
All right,
but-
listen, for future reference, do not mention Call of Duty on this podcast, or I'm going to go off my head.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm going to get it.
Call of
I'm
Duty,
just
Call of
saying,
Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty.
Stop it.
Nope, I'm gonna keep doing it.
I'm just saying, for the
Feel the pain,
launch
bitch.
title perspective, both of them have the almost same amount of great games coming out, because most of them aren't console exclusive.
I'll be back in a moment.
Some are, but some are worth it on both sides of the argument.
I'll be back in a moment. You
So-
guys keep talking.
Okay.
Did I just
I don't
make
know,
him
maybe.
leave?
But continuing,
Yay!
um,
I'm just kidding.
so the only, I mean, I had this argument with myself. I talked to multiple people about it, and it's like, what do I do? And they all go, well, I mean, it's $100 less for the PS4, and I was like, yeah, but then I lose Halo. Yep, that's true. You lose Halo then. Yeah, but I don't want to lose Halo. But I don't want to lose anything else either. And I didn't want the extra money, and I was like, well, I'm working, so at least I have the money. So then it was the back and forth battle here. So,
Yep.
long story short, I think I finally decided I'm gonna have to get the Xbox, as much as I don't want to. Like, they really have just dropped the ball on everything in concerns to that thing, system-wise.
Oh, hell, yes. That is
Used
mess
games,
all
they've
over.
got to be plugged in every 24 hours. It's no discs, no sharing, dropping the ball. Like, they're really aiming this at like the family that needs a TV device more than they are at the gamer.
They're screwing up the same way that PS3 screwed up. They're just
Yeah.
thinking, oh well, we can basically just do whatever we want, and people are going to do it just because it's
Yep.
the Xbox.
And
Which is basically what PlayStation was when they went from 2 to 3, because let's face it, PlayStation 2 was a freaking awesome console when it was around, when it was the height of
Yep.
everything. Hell, I still have mine
I
in
still
my
use mine to
room, and
play
I just
Kingdom
started playing
Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts again. I play Kingdom Hearts, I play some Mortal Kombat Armageddon, just because that's all I have at
Good
the
call.
moment. Need for Speed. I have it for a lot of games. Shadow of the Colossus, another great game,
Mm-hmm.
just beat it, amazing. So yeah, it's had a lot of great stuff.
yeah, definitely.
More than I've just counted. And PlayStation, Sony, they just transitioned bad, for lack of a better phrase.
What are we on?
No, you're right. Josh, we're on console debate because at this point we're done with the Sony presser because there wasn't much announced that we really care about beyond Destiny, which looks great, and everybody will say that, so I'm just skipping over it because everybody likes it. Kingdom Hearts 3, the new Final Fantasy, which I assume no one really cares about here beyond it existing.
Did
So we
anybody
jumped
say anything
straight
about
into
Elder Scrolls
console.
Online?
That's another series that's just getting out of control just
It's
because
just gone on for too long.
they're.
Guys,
Oh yeah.
No, I hadn't mentioned the Elder Scrolls Online yet because it's based in the computer, but they announced it for consoles now. So I was gonna get to that after this.
well, this being said, that's another one of the things that is like, there's no reason for me to get a PS4,
Okay.
so I'm probably gonna get the one.
Yeah. I mean,
Like the only
as-
That's fine.
sorry, but the only thing on the PS4 that actually remotely interests me at the moment is Infamous Second Son.
yep. I mean, I don't know. I've never rightly had a problem with Xbox, and rightly, I'm not one of those people who run around with my thing running all over the place that I need to be plugged in every 24 hours. It's usually always plugged in. But I just feel like they're trying to restrict everything. And the way they phrased it on all of their press interviews is, we're trying to revolutionize the online gaming perspective, and we're trying to advance everybody to only go digital and cut out the disc, because then you can save some money. But the problem is they're probably not going to cut down the price once they cut out the disc, because they haven't yet, and they're probably not going to.
This being said, once again, I'm also another one of the talk, Josh. With the disc thing, and it being locked to your console only, I kind of don't like a lot of games.
Okay,
So like,
there's no argument there.
I will buy something, and then like the next day I'll go to GameStop and return it, and then it's like,
Well, you
I won't be
now.
able to do that anymore.
Yep.
No more being cheap.
Shut up.
I mean, rightly, I've done that too. I've walked
No.
back with a game within 10 days and been like, this game's awful. Not here.
Well, if it's an awful game, yeah. But like, Josh had his whole strategy when Gears Judgment and Dead Space 3 were coming out. We're all, yeah, I'll buy one, and then I'll play it, and then I'll return it, and then I'll buy the other one. And that's
Well,
just
No.
I
I
mean,
still
that's
have
beating
both
the
of those
system.
games. I never ended up doing that.
that's being the system, yeah. But that's
Yeah, no,
just
I never
being
ended up doing that
stupid.
because I made a bet with someone, and then they lost the bet, and I got a free copy of Dead Space 3.
Nice, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, so all that aside, I hate saying that I'm going to get it at the moment until they fix stuff, if they even do. If they don't, I'm just going to be a rather angry Xbox gamer.
So at the moment, you're considering Xbox.
At the moment, until unless they change and make Halo a non-console exclusive game, I'm stuck on the Xbox.
This being said, I'm surprised I didn't say anything about New Gears.
They usually don't do. I mean, let me go double check to make sure I'm not crazy. They usually don't do it E3 presser wise.
No, Gears 3 was an E3 presser rise that year, and I
Yeah.
think Judgment was as well. And Gears 2 was. And then I'm pretty sure
Gears 2 was not.
No, Gears 2 was, because I have the bonus disc has E3 crap on it.
Hold on. Let's see. Judgment was, I knew that. 3 was, I knew that. Let's see.
Subject of
Get
Gears,
mad.
Stefan, you've been playing it
Oh, shit.
recently. How is it?
A little.
A little.
How
is it?
I've gotten past the Berserker. It's
Oh, you're-
fun. It's a pain in
Which
the ass because the
Berserker?
AI are stupid, but
The first one.
first.
You're just through the first level when Ming dies, right? Oh, I guess I should
Yep.
say spoiler alert, but that game's been out forever.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Well, yeah, I've just barely getting into it because I have.
You may also been
Yep.
playing Assassin's Creed 1, surprisingly.
Yeah, I finished that
Not
actually.
gonna lie, that game is sort of bad. No, I
Well, it's
know it's
old.
old. It's still kind of bad.
Well, they had to work out a lot of the stuff. I mean, yes, I will complain about this combat. Terrible, absolutely.
I think
Yeah.
it's like the second
Terrible.
last fight where it's like you're in a side of a circle and like the guy keeps sending.
Yes, you're just surround. You're complete. It's a complete gangbang, and the combat is just so bad that you can't properly
That
defend
that
yourself. Now
part in that game made me stop playing for a while.
that pissed me off. I'm not even cared about the flags. I've already finished like half of that, and thank God to achievement 100 pointing out of sight with interact. Excuse me, interactable maps. But just the final battles were just terrible just because you didn't actually have a chance to fight just because it's so picky with everything and the AI are just basically so OP you can't really do anything, and it was just frustrating. I died like 5 times in one part, and this is how I beat it. I fought until I almost died, then just ran around in a circle until all my health came back, and then I fought again. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Now what I will say though, a lot better than the battle with Borgia in Assassin's Creed 2, just because at least this one was a bit more connected to its combat, whereas the other one they were trying to do a whole lot more than what they could do. Because that the Borgia fight that
Is
was
that the last one
terrible.
where you've got to like punch him to
This
death?
one at least they kept in mind what they could do. It was hard as hell and completely bad just because the system was bad, but at least they kept it in mind.
Are you talking about the fight like in the last, like in Assassin's Creed 2, where you just got to beat him down like with your fists?
Even the first part was pretty
Yeah.
bad.
I mean, it did have some slow parts, but at least it was better
Solid.
combat-wise.
I love everything about Assassin's Creed 2 except for that battle, and I think that's really it.
Fair enough.
Trying to battle with the hidden knives or hidden blades was a pain, but they were mostly made for stealth. It wasn't like Assassin's Creed 3 where they can be used as actual weapons.
So I forgot to mention something back
Go.
on the Pokemon aspect here.
Go on.
Did you both see
course.
the Pokemon Ami?
Yeah.
So
You mean
I've gotten pictures all day of Pokemon like Machoke, Machamp, and various other Pokemon that look like they have dicks, and being able to touch the
Wow.
bottom screen, and naturally their bottom half is on the bottom screen, so I have a lot of pictures of people rubbing Pokemon dicks.
Lovely. What the
Again, welcome to Rule 34 in it, but, you know,
What the fuck is
You
wrong
should have
with
expected
the
Well-
that,
world?
though. When, as soon as they announced that, you should have just like jumped onto DeviantArt and be like, "All right, search this," and it's like, "I knew it."
That's the bad part about DeviantArt. That's how many people just put disgusting shit up.
that's how life goes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Thank God they forced the mature filter on, because I find bad enough stuff already. Then I could bet I could find really bad shit if I didn't have that filter on.
Either you seen RVB today, Stefan? All right. Well,
Of
I
course.
haven't. Neither has Jason. So no
I,
spoilers.
I have it up on my computer, I just haven't watched it yet.
Well, it's not really a spoiler, but it's just I was just gonna say this. It's just good old RVB
Yep.
fun. That's all it is. There's no action. It's just RVB, pure and simple.
Yeah, because my sponsorship ran out like on Monday.
Yeah, when
saw.
you
I laughed.
like sent me that message saying podcast like a minute after I finished watching. I was thinking, oh, Josh must have saw it too, and then I remembered, oh yeah, he lost his sponsorship. Oh, by the way, sucker. Anyway,
It's not a soccer thing. I'm happy to wait an extra hour and a half. By the time this is finished, I should be able to watch it.
you should be able to watch it in
Now,
like
probably.
5 minutes. But yeah, it was great.
Good.
It bodes very well for the
Oh,
future.
Good.
Anything else E3 related? Opening up general topic.
I barely even
Well,
There was
watched
an
that.
Assassin's Creed 4 gameplay trailer. It looked kind of cool.
I heard it kind of failed. Again, I didn't watch, but yeah, apparently they had technical difficulties on one of them. I'm not sure whether it was Black Flag or something else,
You know,
but I think it was Black Flag. And their trailer their like gameplay part of it just died, so they had to give up on it.
That's another series that's just going bad with Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed.
Yeah, I feel
number-
like they've beaten it a little too much.
I didn't like number 3, to be honest with you.
I liked the gameplay, but the whole story concept was just
Yeah.
terrible. I mean, up until you become Connor, it was pretty good. Pretty much a lot of the parts with Heyman were great, but Connor, they just started going downhill from there. And I've already said this before, but the final battle sucked just because it wasn't the last part of the game and it wasn't a legitimate battle. Because basically you're just throwing Haytham all over the place. That's not what I envisioned. I seriously, my favorite final battle was from Assassin's Creed Brotherhood because it worked with its system. It wasn't incredibly hard, but it did use everything, and you get to actually have some fun with it. And plus, when they added some QuickTime events, they were legitimate. Just okay, and you get to this certain part, and that's when you do it. It's not gonna just throw random shit at you like some games like Resident
What was the
Evil.
last fight of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood? I can't remember.
Battling Borgia in like a war zone. It's very nice. I think it's definitely one of their.
Oh, was that
better
the one
parts.
how at the side of the thing the memory unit corrupts?
Yes.
Right. And I can't remember the last fight of Revelations either.
That wasn't even a battle. That was a.
I can't
mini
even.
game,
But what I'm
really.
saying is, I can't remember it. The one that stands out the most for me was that son of a bitch that has like 50,000 health bars. Yep.
Borgia. Rodrigo Borgia, the Pope.
Him.
Yeah, how could they ruin beating up the
No.
Pope?
Oh, it wouldn't take much.
I mean, seriously.
But like, and then yeah, I don't know if you mentioned this, but like the last thing in Assassin's Creed 3 where you're chasing Charles Lee, it's just like, stop right. What?
Wow.
Way to
The
spoil.
one thing people were looking forward to.
Yeah, the game's.
Oh, who cares? The game's
Yeah, I
been
know,
out
it's like
for
the one
over a
thing people
year.
have been looking forward
Well,
to,
almost
and then
a
he
year.
just runs away from you, and then you eventually catch him, and then like you end up sitting in a bar with him.
Nice.
Yeah.
The one thing people look forward to when they're playing that is Connor versus Haytham, and that battle they basically botched it because it wasn't much
Yeah,
of
and
a
not to
battle.
mention, like
And then
before
there-
that, when you're working with Haytham, you start to think that he could he could turn out to be good, and then it's like, ah,
Oh no, he's a scheming. I knew the whole time. I was just sitting there going, okay, so when's he gonna stab me in the back? Because you could tell they were on edge the entire time, no matter what.
but Haytham was a good character, but
He was a
I
great
don't know what
character.
it was about Connor. I just didn't like him very much. I liked his outfit. I just
Yeah,
didn't like
they-
him.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Now it's Jason's turn to be very
I'm
quiet.
sorry, I got nothing.
Yeah, that was me during the entire E3 thing. I was just sitting here playing Kingdom Hearts, battling the final battles just because I don't want to play critical mode at the moment.
Yeah,
Ow!
that sounded
Fuck.
painful.
I'm good. I broke my wrist.
Oh,
That's
I'm
good.
sorry.
Lovely.
There's blood everywhere. I'll just put it through.
It's like, talk through the pain. So I'm guessing that neither of you guys have seen DBZ Abridged.
What?
No,
Dragon
I
Ball
haven't
Z
cared to.
Abridged.
No, I don't watch Dragon Ball Z.
'Cause that's what I've been watching. Like that's why I said I've been watching earlier when I said about Dragon Ball Z.
And just like that, you're shutting up because no one cares.
No. Jason, stop it.
And we're gonna mute him right
now,
about
what time we
now.
got? 48:30. Mute Josh. Got it.
Let's wrap it up in like 10 minutes because I don't want to render a huge
Yeah, that
ass
works for
video.
me.
Okay, but like, can I just finish my thought, please?
Yes. Hurry up.
Okay, so all I'm gonna say is this: if you haven't watched it, go into it with an open mind and watch season 1 just to watch Nappa.
Okay.
Oh
'Cause-
god.
Oi, no.
Oh,
Let me
God.
put
I
it
don't
this
I
way,
don't
let me
even
put it
have
this way, let
I
me
can
put it
just
this way.
imagine. That's
Nappa
terrible.
is caboose.
Okay.
Oh.
Anywho, I just found a great picture. It's got Master Chief's helmet with a tear running down and it says, "Goodbye, old friend. I promise it's not you, it's your parents." Ah. So true.
Dude, I have seen so many awesome gifs of just seeing that's just basically Sony beating the shit out of
Well, I mean,
Microsoft.
they flat out did in the press conference. They're like, "Hey guys, guess what?
Yeah, they basically
We
did.
are gonna let you sell back your games. We're gonna let you give your games to other people and be able to play them.
Did they
And
actually
we're
say-
really
did
not
they-
gonna give a
They
crap."
took a
Did they
couple of
actually say that in the
things
press
from
Yes,
Sony.
they
No, you shut
legitimately attacked.
Sony took a
Nice.
couple they learned from their mistakes and they took a couple of notes from what's it called Steam, the people who are
Yeah,
Valve.
but Sony's
Valve. There
partnered
we
with
are.
Steam.
Because they listen, they pay Valve. They regularly keep on track of their stuff, and they work with the community using all their feedback to make their games better and more efficient. Now, not all the games are great because, like Half Life and
Hey,
Portal, not
Portal's a good
dissing
game.
either of them. I've played Portal; it's a great game. But there's problems wrong with it. But at least with games like the more recently updated ones, like TF2, they keep in track with them, and Microsoft, not Microsoft, Sony's starting to do some of
Yeah.
that.
So
Sony's done a lot better job this year at talking to their fans and helping.
this being
Yeah.
said, it's got to be interesting to see what the next year holds until the next E3.
Oh yeah.
This
Yeah.
also being said, I'm kind of disappointed that GTA 5 is not going to be on either of them.
Eh.
Saints Row the Fourth.
I'm kind of hoping that goes on both of them because Saints Row is amazing. But as I said, I'm kind of disappointed that GTA 5 won't be on both consoles.
Eh.
Yeah, they're probably not gonna play it anyway.
Saints Row 4 looks kind of cool.
I love how I was watching the trailer and people are all, "This is gonna suck. This whole thing just isn't Saints Row." You remember how it used to be gangs and all this dumb stuff? I was saying, how many people cared about the story and how many people just wanted to play? Cause seriously, I didn't give a crap about the story. When I watched the Let's Play that Michael and Jeff did like a year ago. All I just cared about was watching the random shenanigans
Yeah.
you can do. I did not care about that story. Even now, I'm replaying it just because you can just do whatever you want. Just run around with a rocket launcher, blow up stuff. It's
I
just
kind
endless
of
fun.
cared about the story, and then I remembered it's Saints Row.
Yeah, I mean, I know the story. I mean, I paid attention. It's just
It's
comparably,
gonna be
I just want to
interesting
play
though
the
to see
game.
whether which ending they'll start with on Saints Row 4.
Oh, they're working with the You Save
okay.
Shandi one. If you watched the
I
trailer,
haven't
you would
watched
have
it
known
yet.
that.
I've only seen like the one that says Saints like I've seen the teaser.
Cool. Boom. Oh shit.
Is there any evidence of tag in there or not?
Probably not. That was a DLC, so most likely it's not gonna count. Well, actually, it probably will because when I saw some gameplay stuff like with Ray at E3, they had the power boost that you got from doing the clones.
That thing was fun. Did you ever do that?
It
Did
was.
you
It
ever
was
do
too
that
short.
mission and then not head towards a waypoint just so you can play with that thing?
Oh no, I just went to the waypoint because
No,
I
I'm
was
pretty
getting
sure-
achievements. That was the first game I. No, wait. Assassin's Creed 2 was. That was one of the first games that I ever 100%ed.
Total side note, just of me sitting around the internet as you guys are talking about something I really don't care about. They're releasing Yellow's
Good on you.
music on iTunes within the week. Coming.
Cool,
Oh,
cool.
sweet.
It's going to be.
I actually have money so I
it's
can
gonna
buy
be
it right
called
away.
I Burn.
I know.
Yeah,
William.
that's exactly what I just saw.
Jeff Williams. He has the stuff on.
Jason,
Yep.
have you
Recently.
100% the game?
Have I what?
Have 100% of any game?
Oh yeah, multiple.
Which ones?
Which one do you like that you
Wait,
100%ed?
let's put it this way. Which one is your like the one that you take the most pride in doing?
Oh, I don't take any pride in that. Trust me, that's not a pride thing for me. It's more of a sad I have a no life thing for me.
Yeah, but there's some achievements
Um,
that are just like
Yeah.
impossible to get or next to impossible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really
No, no,
don't
no, no, fuck you.
play
fuck
them
you.
for the achievements, as I said. They're nice to have and say, hey, I
Well-
actually was able to do that, but
I know.
I can't tell you which one that I've 100%ed that I really care for the most.
Okay,
I
well,
mean,
what if you
I care for
100%ed?
Minecraft just because I love Minecraft.
Okay, well, what have you 100%ed besides Minecraft?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember. I'd have to go look. Hold on.
Stefan?
Yeah. Kind of like Jason right now, because I used to just be, hey, achievements, and now I've gotten to the point where, yeah, I'll just, whatever.
Well, what have you
I'll get them
100%ed
if I
though?
get them. I've 100%ed Halo Reach, Minecraft, of course, Dishwasher, Vampire Smile, Saints Row the Third, Assassin's Creed 2. I think that's all that comes to mind right away. There's probably some other arcade games that
I
I've
had Reach 100%
completed.
until they released the anniversary stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not even going to go through my list of 100% of
But yeah,
songs.
now
Raise.
I'm 100%ing Assassin's Creed now just because, hey, why not? And there's
Good
not
luck
much
with
else to do
getting
in
the
that game.
Templars. They
And
don't
two,
always spawn.
I found them just
Yeah, but I'm
randomly
just saying they
throughout
don't
the
always
game.
spawn.
They've pissed me off so many times just because they'd
They
appear
block
during
every
missions.
attack.
No.
Also, it's like you jump on them.
No,
No.
Yours is bad.
Maybe they've updated it. But you used to jump like you used to do you used to like sneak up behind them and try to assassinate them. And it's like, no, they counter you. It's like, "Ugh!"
Oh, to assassinate. I've done that a couple times. It's just you gotta be smart. Don't be a
Anyway.
big babby.
Yeah, as I said, as I said, I'm not even gonna go
Anyway.
through my list 100% of stuff because it's way too long.
Yeah. Also, I have finished my first Let's Play series. I haven't put it out yet, but I've finished the gameplay
X.
portion of it. Yep. Fuck no. Fuck you. Okay, we're good.
Your headset
God,
started
the
stuffing up.
playing
entire
video
time
game
that
while
you guys
doing
have been
this.
talking, I've tried to remember my password, and I just finally remembered it.
Jason's head's
God.
Stefan's
Jesus
headset started
Christ,
stuffing
man.
up.
Yeah, I noticed.
I am freaking out because Master
Can you
Xehanort
fix
is
your
a
headset?
Yeah, I
or
should have
not?
told you that. Anyway,
Wait, what?
your headset's a bit staticky. Stefan, I just unplug it, plug it back in.
Me?
Yes, you.
Who, me? Couldn't be than who?
Better?
Yes, that's better. So.
Okay, yeah, my volume was just too high.
Uh,
You guys were getting the feedback from the audio, your
Yep.
guys' audio.
So Battlefield 1943, I have 100%ed. I love that game. It was so much
Speaking of which, after this, I have another thing I want to
Okay.
hype about.
Battlefield 4.
fun.
Oh,
Yes.
wait, I
No.
think we just keep going. I think I know what you're talking about.
I hope you don't, just so I can laugh at you.
He probably doesn't know.
That's surprisingly my only Xbox game that I've 100%ed.
Oh.
I'm close on the Halo ODST and Halo 3, and like 3 others. I only need one other achievement in, but that's the only one I have 100%ed.
Alright. Well, as I
But
said to Stefan,
PC wise, I've got a lot 100%ed. It's a lot easier on PC to do stuff. Like Skyrim, I have everything.
I had
um,
I 100% of that on the 360, and a lot of people say that game doesn't work when you're trying to get the Daedric artifacts.
No, you can get them. It's not difficult at all.
No, I'm not saying it's difficult. I'm just saying that seeing as though it's a Bethesda game and they're buggy, a lot of people's quests don't work.
Yeah, you occasionally have quest trouble,
that
but
can happen.
ultimately all you have to do is type reset quest and it'll reset it for you.
Yeah, but you can't do that on a 360.
Yeah, again, difficult on Xbox sometimes, but restarting the system usually will work as well.
That's why I said I'm actually happy that I got that 100%. But as I said to
Yep.
Stefan before, I'm not even going to go through the games I've 100% because my list is like Ray's.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's
Not
like
even
Ray's.
close.
It's like,
Okay. What were you guys yelling about before?
yeah, Stefan, what were you?
I was yelling about because when you talked about Battlefield, it reminded me of the announcement
I knew
of
you were
Star
gonna
Wars
say that.
Battlefront 3.
Bull.
No,
Someone-
I did
No,
because
you
I was
didn't.
going to say the same thing when you said Battlefield and Stefan
No,
said I
no,
had something
no,
to talk
no.
about.
No.
Yes,
Did they
yes,
really
yes,
announce
yes,
it?
yes.
Did I miss it?
Yeah, you did. Because
Hold on. I gotta go look now.
Battlefront 3.
Yeah. That was my favorite game
My
when I
favorite
first
game
got the
was
PlayStation
Battlefront
2.
DICE is doing it?
Yep.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Oi, my favorite
Um,
game, that was one of my favorite PlayStation 2 games. I just used to sit on Mos Eisley doing Assault.
Yep.
Jedi
Battle of Death.
That music, I love that music just because it's so out of place when you're just a bunch of heroes and villains just battling it out, and all you have is just this upbeat, fun music, and you're sitting there going, "This doesn't make any freaking
It's so
sense."
wrong, but it's so right.
Yeah.
I missed that
I wish my
entirely.
brother didn't sell our Battlefront 2. I want to strangle him now.
Interesting fact: the PSP version of that, you know the I forgot her name, but you know the chick that's got 2 lightsabers.
Ayla Sakura.
Yeah, on
Yes.
the PlayStation Portable one, I think her green one is replaced by a purple one, or it's a blue one.
It's probably a blue one.
You probably just
Or
had
a bad video, yeah. It's always green, blue with her.
Yeah, well, as
Um,
I said, like one of them's replaced by. No, I don't think it's that.
Well, you can do a level of customization, I think, in that game. I don't think it
No,
affects
I'm
heroes,
pretty sure that
but
it was replaced by a purple one because everything else in my PSP was the right color. Because Anakin had a blue one, friggin' everyone else who was supposed to have a blue one had a blue one, and she had a purple one and a green one.
you might be right, but I know for a fact that she's not supposed to, so either something's wrong with your system or something's wrong with your game.
Yeah, but this was like back in the day when I had a PlayStation Portable.
Uh,
back in the day. Well, I got a PlayStation Portable right here, and I'm having
Yahoo.
a blast. Speaking of which, we are over an hour. Let's not push
yeah,
this too much
let's
longer.
call
because
it
for the
quits
love of
here with
God.
the good news on me finding out of Battlefront 3.
Battlefront
yeah.
3.
So
Before
we'll
wait,
hopefully
before
be
we go,
back.
before we go,
What?
before we go, does anyone
What?
is anyone besides me hoping that they put Assault on other levels, like on every single level?
I'd like it on a couple, but not on all of them. If they're pulling all the ones from Battlefront
A
2.
couple.
Yeah, but you would also be kind of hoping. Are you also kind of hoping that they add people from Clone Wars?
Yes. Well, no,
Maybe.
but kind of.
Well, who do you
Some
want
of
from,
them would be okay to add.
Who do you want from Clone Wars?
No, that'll take way too long of a discussion. We're not doing that right now.
Okay.
Save that for next week.
Okay.
It'll give somebody somewhere something to look forward to.
Yeah. If we.
I love you, random person.
Yeah, I love you too, random person.
I love you, random
Yeah,
fan.
like the three of you. But with all seriousness here, we're gonna wrap this up now, but
Get
I forgot
on
what
with
the hell I was
it.
gonna say because Jason
Good.
wouldn't shut up.
Tough luck. All right.
Oh wait, now I
Okay,
remember what I
guys.
was gonna
Well,
say.
thank you
Now
for
I remember
listening.
what I
We're
was gonna
gonna.
say. Friggin- Here's the thing, Jason. You say, hey, so we'll get it onto it next week. That's if we actually record a podcast in another week, or this one.
Well,
Yeah.
it is our current plan to.
What?
You still need to get that freaking Ruby video out,
Yeah.
you idiot.
That's your fault there,
I'm
Josh.
putting that out closer to the Ruby release date
Why?
because
It's gonna be old.
You're a fucking
Ugh.
idiot.
There's not.
Whatever.
Wait. There's not going to be releasing any more trailers or anything for it.
Yes, but at that point, no one's gonna
No.
give a crap.
Fine.
You should-
I'll go back and start editing and fixing it up now.
Good.
Thank you.
And
on
with that,
With that being said, when I put it up, make sure you two copy and paste so that we can get more things.
copy and paste.
No.
Do you mean posted places?
That's what I meant.
That's better. That's a better way to phrase
You're
these
an
things.
idiot.
All right.
Better way to phrase it, but no.
Wi-
Let's just.
With
No,
Chip,
I don't care.
With that, we will call it quits here. Thank you all for listening and caring
Thank
about
you.
me. Let's be honest here. You don't.
Yeah, make this
it's-
all about
it's
you,
always been.
Jason.
That's how I roll.
I love
You
how
were
Jason
the
started as
latecomer.
guest and then he just comes on and is like, "Yep, it's all about me."
I own this place now. This is my house.
If anything,
This is my podcast.
Stefan and me.
Nah, no. Everybody loves me.
Nah.
Make sure to.
It's all about. No. You know who it's all about? Joss's
Yeah.
fun.
Surprisingly,
Go
we didn't
off
have an
today.
appearance of it
That's
today.
what it's all
That can
about.
go off today. That being said,
Anyway.
I got friggin' text. That being
That's
said,
all
I got
about the phone.
messages.
So-
Everyone wonders, where's the phone? We
So
want the
leave your
phone.
questions and comments as usual. Feel free to tell them that I'm right. With that, we will chat with you guys later. Peace.
Bye.